Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Stump. This is Chad out here at Total Value RV in Elkhart, Indiana. I wanted to do a special request video for you on this beautiful 2008 Gulfstream Crescendo that we have. This is a fan favorite as far as floor plans are concerned, and it's got a beautiful exterior finish. Right now I've got all the baggage doors open so that I can show you not only the abundance of space that you have, but the great condition that this coach is in. You'll see there's little to absolute no rust on the entire coach. And just tons of space. So let's take a look at the outside. I'll do a quick walk around, and then we'll take a look at the inside. This is a full body paint. This paint here does have a protective coat over it with what we call an invisible bra. That is to prevent any rocks from chipping this beautiful paint. This is a Sickens full body paint. It is the top of the line automotive paint in the world today. Here you can see all of your compartments are as clean as can be. You do have a propane valve in the front here if you want to set up a grill. All of your doors are slam latch doors. And again, Larry, we're going to point it, the cameraman will make it a point to show you around all of these baggage areas here how clean it is. It still looks wet and new from the factory. This coach was never taken out into the snow and definitely not stored outside. So it's going to be in tip-top shape. Fuel tank will have a lockable fuel tank on it, fuel cap on it, which is a nice added feature. You will have an electric awning, which is a Weather Pro awning. That's going to come with a remote control. And then you have your side view cameras here. Some of the great additional features that you get on the coach. Now, one thing that we all know can be an expensive item on a motorhome is new tires, Larry. These tires here, about $6,000 to replace something like this. Well, these were just replaced 2 years ago. They're in awesome shape. Actually, they were replaced a year ago, but the date codes are 2 years old. These are Michelin tires. As you can tell, no dry rotting or anything like that around the sidewalls. They haven't been sitting and baking in the sun. Moving along, you have an outside entertainment system with the Vizio television, that flat screen television. You're able to run while you're plugged into shore power or run off of the generator. Nice little feature that I like, this actually, rather than have one of the cheap plastic door latches, is going to have a nice finish to a magnetic hold. All of your window seals all the way around look to be in awesome shape and well taken care of. That's how we prevent water from getting inside the coach and preventing leaks. This coach has had all of the seals regularly maintained. LED light on the outside of the coach, nice little feature. It won't draw as much power. Walking around, I want to show you here. Wanted to open this up so you can see the steps in great shape and properly working. Looking here is going to be all your pass-through storage. Again, you get a chance to see just what good a shape that coach has been kept in. Awesome shape. Here's your wet bay down here. Whole house water filtration system, easy access to the water pump. Easy winterization valves for bypass. This is a nice addition. Here you go. Valve stem extenders built in standard. Again, here's the date codes on these tires, the 27th month of 2013. Okay. Manufactured 3 years ago. Exactly 3 years ago. And probably only been on the coach for a year and a half or so. Here you go. Here's brand new batteries in your battery bay. Again, you look at the condition in all of your bays. It's in great shape. It still looks wet and well taken care of. Some of your electrical components back here. Your fuse relay center. Again, all of these compartments are going to be well lit. They're well lit so you can see them at nighttime if you ever had to make your way out here. You even have a lit compartment in the back area here for engine access. You will have a roof, an accessible roof with a ladder here. You have a removable ladder, which is always good. Makes it easier to store this coach. Coach is going to have a 5,000-pound hitch, and it's ready to go for a tow vehicle if that's ever something you wanted to do. Again, you've got a beautiful backup camera. This coach is going to have a vent system here. The vent on this is really quite neat. If you look, it's all painted to match the coach. Here you get a good look at some of the external components on this coach. I like to point out the main rails of the chassis and things like that. you get a chance to see that has all been rust proofed, so you have 1,000-hour salt spray protection to basically reduce any surface rust that can develop on the main rails of your chassis. So aside from just the skirting, which is a pretty good indication that a coach has rust, you'll see that this coach has, if any, maybe just the tiniest little beginning stages of any surface rust, and it's usually just at like little areas where you have a screw or something like that. So very well taken care of. Here you have your 50 amp shore power cord. Notice they've taken the extra measure to put the additional mud dauber guards, or these are actually furnace vents, so you can prevent from putting your hand on a hot furnace vent here. All of your Crescendo decals are nice and big and easy to read. You can see this thing coming down the road for a mile. You have a really nice wet bay on the outside, so here you'll have outside shower, freshwater hookup here, water inlet here, and an easy winterization bypass valve. One thing that I kind of like, a designated holder for your sewer hose that's compartmentalized, and you also have a recessed bay in case you have a spill. It's a lot easier to clean out that recessed bay than to kind of clean out this entire top bay here. So nice engineering and design feature. This is just the other end of your pass-through storage here. Get a chance to see you've got some folding chairs, your roof ladder, huge propane tank. And again, nice carpet-lined storage areas. Some of your fuses for the chassis right up front here. And again, dual fuel fill. Again, a lockable cap on that dual fuel fill there. Looking around at your slide outs, all of your seals, everything seemed to be in great shape. All around your windows seem to be in great shape. Let's take a look at the inside. One thing I forgot to really bring up, you have a second awning on this coach. So not only do you have an electric awning, which is remote controlled, you have a secondary awning that covers the full length of this patio. Come on in, Jeff. So Larry, I made a huge deal about how nice this sectionalized living is. Some people like to be able to hang out in the living room or hang out in the kitchen. One nice thing about this floor plan is it kind of flows. It's a nice semi-open floor plan with just a half wall here that kind of sectionalizes this layout. Looking up front, you have a flush floor all the way to the front. You have a mid-entry, which is one of the unique features about this particular motorhome. The mid-entry allows for this front chair, which would be where Mrs. Stump sits, to sit side by side with you here, Larry. The benefit of that is with most diesel motorhomes, you have a front entry, which is going to leave a recessed passenger seat. And when you're driving and talking, you have to turn your head just past that 3 o'clock spot. This makes driving and talking a little easier. Look at how clean your dash is. All of your components up here, everything's easy to access. You have your one-touch power gear hydraulic leveling system, or sorry, electronic leveling system. You have your dash switch here for your awning quiet diesel generator. You have your CD player, which is Sirius XM ready up front here. And then you'll have an emergency start button so that when you want to draw power from your house batteries to fire off your chassis batteries, you just hold that button down there. That's if you ever get in an emergency situation. You've got a bear scratching at the outside of the coach, you're up in the mountains, and your chassis batteries die, you're not stuck. Fog lights, radio switch, dash fans, air horn switch, passenger shade, and driver shade are both power. Okay, and that's basically a sunshade there. What I like about that one is when you're going down the road, that'll act as a visor to shield that sun. You have a secondary visor right here for both you and the passenger. Roller shades on the side for any time that sun's beating in this window here, or just to help with privacy. You have a few different switches here. One of them is going to be a battery isolator switch, air dump switch, and exhaust brake, which is great with these diesel motorhomes. That's just basically going to help you slow down coming down the mountains or towing a vehicle. Helps slow the coach down without putting too much wear and tear on your brakes. Looking here, you have a 6-speed automatic transmission, and basically you have a push-button transmission here, parking brake, and heated remote control mirrors. Chairs will both swivel around and face the rest of the coach. Jeff, I'm going to have you get up nice and close and show them just what perfect condition all of the leather is in the coach. The carpet, there's absolutely not a single stain on it. A little bit of a shag feel to the carpet, which is awesome. Kicking your shoes off in here is going to be nice and comfy. This chair here, more of a Euro chair. You've got a nice cup holder here, and this will also double as a desk. Looking at all of your overhead space, it's a little deceiving. It's a lot deeper than what it looks like. What I like about this coach is you have nice hinges and nice catches. Everything catches and actually stays shut. This is all carpet lined, and it's extremely deep. So Jeff, if you can show them just how deep that is there. You got a ton of space there. I love the fact that they open opposing so that you can fit larger items up there. It's an unobstructed space. There we are. You will have the glass doors on this area here because that's going to house your 5-disc Sony DVD player. You will also have your 200 HD smart source system, so it's your video selector box. We can watch different, we can watch television on the inside, DVD player on the outside, cable television in the bedroom, or satellite TV up front. Any combination with that selector box there. So we'll teach you how to use that. Looking throughout the coach, one thing that really most people love about it, sitting here and looking out the passenger or the passenger side of the coach, or what we call the camp side, you have these huge bay windows. So not only will that let a ton of light in, but when you guys get to your destination, this is going to be a second to none view. I always point that out up front in the Crescendo as well because you have such a narrow A-pillar. And this A-pillar up front here is just going to add to the visibility for not only the driver and passenger, but anyone else who might be coming along with you guys. Before I forget, Jeff, I'm just going to go through and show all the overhead storage here. Again, you have the upgraded audio system here, so you have the home theater system. All beautiful, beautiful cabinetry up top here. And again, it's carpet lined, and a good indication that you haven't had any leaking in this coach whatsoever. You have absolutely no staining, no rotting, soft spots in that carpet. So you want to definitely get that, Jeff. Make sure they see that in the video. Again, looking it up all in the corners. It's one thing you want to be very careful of, Larry, when you're selecting a motorhome, to make sure that you have no water damage. Water and motorhomes don't mix. So there you have it. Generally, the front cap's a good area for water to intrude. So we take a very close look at that. Valance lights or undermount lights are just a nice feature here. You've got some additional lights that will light it back behind the sofa here. And of course you have your privacy shades. This one here does have a pull-out sofa, so this 60-inch sofa here will pull out and make a nice sized bed. Sleeping for 2 in the bedroom, 2 in the living room, and if you even wanted to, you can lay an air mattress down here. You've got enough space to sleep 6. Huge television. You've got a Vizio television, so they've upgraded the television in this motorhome to a slightly bigger one. You've got a really heavy-duty grab handle to get in and out of the coach. In just a second, I'll show you a custom floor cover that's been made just to go over that step well there. Tons of great features going on here. One thing that I like to point out for customers, this coach actually has a dirt devil, so a whole house vacuum system. Got a bunch of nook space here. This is a pass-through storage space here, so I can actually access that from either end of this wall, which I'll show you what's going on the other side of this wall in just a second. I want to show you this residential style refrigerator that you've got here. So you've got your freezer side, refrigerator side. The fact that this is a raised panel reefer front that matches everything in the coach. Just looks really nicely. You can't have some of the other manufacturers putting a black plastic cover on the top. Just kind of cheapens up the feel. These are true Corian countertops. Nice thing about these countertops here, if you look around, you have no cracking. There's no defects whatsoever in this countertop. The benefit of a Corian countertop is it's antimicrobial. It's a non-porous surface. You can literally meal prep on here without harboring bacteria if you wanted to. I like the fact that this actually has designated storage back here, and you have a 3-burner cooktop. Now this 3-burner cooktop is going to have 2 5,000 BTU burners in the rear, and an 8,000 BTU burner or a high output burner right here up front. This is optioned with the convection microwave oven, so you have a space saver essentially. You've got an oven or a microwave, plus some nice space down low for all of your cookware. So that just kind of fits right back over that stovetop, like so. 50-50 sink, which is stainless steel and recessed. Benefit of a 50-50 sink is you can actually do the dishes. A lot of people like that. There we go. This particular coach had an additional, a separate water system in it for drinking. You have space here, compartmentalized drawer, and space here. Looking over here, Jeff, I wanted to show them this great little feature. I love the fact that you can sit in here. Someone can watch television in the living room. Somebody can sit in here, have breakfast, and watch the news. Whole different station right here in the kitchen area. Although it's more of a sectioned off style of living, get this back over for the Euro chair. Although it's a sectionalized, Jeff, just kind of walk around here and show them how this flows really nicely. It really does flow quite nicely. And of course, this is the cover here to go over the stepwell. Pretty nice addition there. It's got a nice lacquer finish to it. Previous customer took a little care in doing that. And then of course all of the pillows that were kept separately so they don't have anybody's drool on them from sleeping, falling asleep on the couch. I'm teasing. But all the additional pillows and original bedspreads and everything come with the coach. This particular coach is going to have all of its service manuals. It'll have all of the original warranty information and all of that available to you as well. Here's the other end of that pass-through storage that I had mentioned, and you can see your Dirt Devil floor vac system here. Nice deep slide out here. This slide is a nice size slide out, and so once you get into this kitchen area, it just opens up that back living space so nicely. Undermount lights once again, and you will have your blinds here. One other thing I've got to mention, this table will pull out. You've got 2 more chairs. You've got the leaf extension, so you can easily seat 4 people, play cards, have dinner, no problem. But I like to point out, once you pull this table away, you've got some huge bay windows again. Again, if you're sitting inside having a cup of coffee, you're out looking over the mountains or whatever kind of site you're at, that really makes for a nice view. Couple different ways that we're going to be able to access this here. Restroom. All right, let me go ahead and turn this on. There we go. You've got tons and tons and tons of light. You've got tons of space in here. If you ever had guests that wanted to change, they've got a place where they can change and not bump their elbows and things like that. I want to point this out. This is a nice door here. I wish they did this in some of our newer motorhomes. So you will actually have, it's a molded one-piece fiberglass shower. So if you get a chance to look in there, it looks like it's never been used. It's extremely clean. Keep in mind, Mr. and Mrs. Stump, we have yet to even detail this motorhome yet. So you're seeing it the way that the customer took care of it. It's in great shape. Again, one-piece molded fiberglass shower. The advantage of that is you don't have a shower pan where water can easily get back there. Mold helps create mold and things like that. It's just much safer, much cleaner. And then you have all the space in the world here. This is adjustable shelving. So all of this shelving is adjustable. You can compartmentalize the way that you want. You got space for towels, hand towels, washcloths, all that good stuff. Second medicine cabinet back here. porcelain commode, so you have a nice corner position commode here, and then you have accessibility to get into the bedroom. Now, I'm going to show you really quick what's going on this side. Again, another nice feature to this coach. Just want to point it out. This has a fantastic fan vent, which by the way circulates 920 cubic feet of air per minute, and this is adjustable from right here on the wall versus having to touch the fan itself. Let's go ahead and turn some lights on in here. Here we go. So Jeff, I'm going to just go ahead and show you. This is a privacy door here, okay? That just kind of hides away very nicely, just like that. So you can see just how nice that is. So when you want privacy, you've got it. I'm going to show them all this wardrobe space here. There you have it. So you've got your overhead wardrobe here. Very nice. Very nice deep drawers down low. So this coach has an abundance of storage. But come on inside here, Jeff. I'm just going to go ahead and I want them to see the coach. There we go. So a nice queen bed, full-size queen bed. I'm going to point out the rest of the storage. Look at how deep that goes back. That's another 3-foot storage there, or wardrobe. And look at that. Oh, the cabinets have been lined. You've got more storage than Carter's got pills on this one, Larry. This is insane. Okay, so you've got full extension drawers back here. A whole nother wardrobe. Jeff, let me see that camera. I'm going to show them. Watch this, guys. You've got all that extra space back here. It's about another 3-foot by 2-foot opening there. There you are, Jeff. Okay. So you've got more storage in this than what we have in our new motorhomes. Just want to show them again, adjustable shelving up top. Let's turn that light on here. Splendid 2000S, one of the best systems out there. So anytime you see that louvered cabinetry, you'll know it'll house, at least have the housing for a washer and dryer. Okay, so I'll turn these lights off. Well guys, that pretty much, oh, it doesn't do it, not yet. Not until I show them all the extra drawer space here. Got a couple more here. All right, but nice little cubby space here. It's all solid hardwood. You don't get any of that cheap wrap stuff. Guys, this is a beautiful motorhome. We would love to earn your business. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. My number is 951-250-4166. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll talk with you soon.